Hello, it's me, Belinda from Belinda's Book Nook, and I'm here today to do a book chat with you and a wrap up of my Black History Month reads. My confession, first off, is that I did not read all the books that I said I was going to read as much as I wanted to. It's almost like food. You put more on your plate than you really can eat, and then you're left with stuff on your plate that you didn't eat. Same thing, and that's why I don't like to do TBRs. But I'm going to fess up right now. Here's 3 books that I did not read yet that I would like to get to at some point this year, and I hopefully will. The first would be A Taste of Honey, stories by Jabari Asim. Didn't read it. Hopefully I'll get to it. This one is Soul City, a novel by Torre. I like that it's just one name, like Beyonce. There's no 2 names for the author, so I like that. It's kind of cool. And we love the cover. This one was by Frances E.W. Harper, A Mini Sacrifice, Sowing and Reaping, Trial and Triumph. I didn't read that one. I really want to read this one too. I have to be in the mood for certain things too. So if I'm not in the mood, it's just not going to happen. So those 3 I did not read. I know, sad, right? I'm putting them over there and I'm going to read soon. Poetry. I had 2, I can't find the other one, 2 poetry books because I'm trying this year to learn to appreciate poetry and to find what I would call my poetry peoples. I started this one, and what I've been doing is reading a few each day, not every day, of course, because I would have finished it, but a couple here and there. And I'm enjoying this one. Sometimes I have to sit and think about it. This is what always intimidates me about poetry, is I always feel like I'm the one that's like, am I in the right classroom? It goes over my head sometimes. So I'm hoping that, I'll finish with this and I will go on and explore more. The beauty about poetry, as in fiction, is that there's a variety. And I know that if I stick with it, that I will find the poetry that agrees with me and that speaks to me. And I'm going to take you guys on that journey with me. So this will be my first. The other one I did finish. It's a children's one. It was very, very cute with a lot of line art in it. And I don't know where I put the book, but I did finish that one. This one I haven't, so this is going to be kind of ongoing, pick up and read and things like that. The books I did finish was this one, which was Bedrock Faith by Eric Charles May. And this one I read along with the Read Soul Lit. It was perfect for me because it had a structured, we're going to read from this page to this page the first week, it's the second week. It broke it down week by week how many pages we would read. And it worked out good for me because I am a very slow reader. And I didn't get the book the first week, so I was also at a disadvantage of being a slow reader and getting the book late. But I managed to catch up pretty fast. It was very easy to get into and to read. I enjoyed the book. I think that I felt like I shifted from liking certain characters in the beginning to not liking them so much towards the end, and not liking some characters in the beginning, and then finding more empathy about the characters. And in short, the book is about a gentleman that when he was young, he went to prison. He lived in this black community, and when he comes back, it's the antics and the things that he gets into when he comes back, the preconceived notions they have of him, and the workings of a tight-knit community. And it was really, really good, fun read. I'm glad I did it. I loved going on to the Goodreads group and seeing what people wrote and writing my comments and getting feedback and stuff on my comments. So it was definitely a fun read. I recommend it, definitely. The one that rocked the month that I finished just about 20 minutes ago was Tears We Cannot Stop by Michael Eric Dyson, A Sermon to White America. This one was a recommendation from Dee Dee, and I can't stop thinking and talking about it. I've quoted it, to my husband at night when I'm reading. I got to tell you something, and listen to this. I like it because it articulates so much of the feelings and the thoughts that I feel as a black person in this country. And sometimes you get into discussions with people and you don't have the right right thing to say, and you don't have good backup information to kind of support what you're trying to say. He gives you all of that in this. It should be, required reading for, students, and definitely for adults, for everyone, not just for the white population. He's speaking specifically to the white population, but I learned a lot in the book, and why I give this a 5 also, aside from, oh God, it was just amazing, is that at the end he spent a good portion of it telling you now that we've gotten to this part, and I've explained all of this about race relations in the United States and blackness and whiteness, and now here are the things that you can do to make those changes. And he gives a very extensive list of different types of books to read. He talks about talking to other white people about it. It talks about sitting back and reflecting and really connecting the dots of how everything is connected, that there's no break from the residuals from slavery, there's no break from the racism, that we have to understand that and expect or understand that, and that helps us better recognize what's going on right now, particularly in the country. It's a good time to read it with all of the current climate in the country. Like I said, a 5 out of 5, a great read. I had a good reading month despite the fact that it was slow. I had a couple of slumps where I kind of slowed down. This one, it was due about a week ago to the library. Hope nobody's watching from my town, because I've held it hostage until I finished it, because I wanted to have it to show you all, because I don't know how to do the fancy video thing, so I wanted to have the book to show to you. So now I can actually return it so somebody else can read it. But I am actually going to get this, another one that I want to add to my my library, so I will be buying a copy for myself. And I will be recommending it to other people. And if you do read it, you should recommend it to other people, and don't be afraid. It's not a love story or fiction. It's real stuff, but it's important information. So I hope you guys had a great Black History Month. I have other things that I want to share with you guys, so I'll be giving you a couple more videos this month, probably than I normally would. And that's about it. I didn't read anything else. I read I listened to an audiobook that was great that my husband recommended. It was a thriller / mystery, and the name of it, let me just tell you the name, it was very good. It was called A Prison of Birth by Jeffrey Archer, and it was about this man that actually he was convicted of a crime that he didn't commit, went to prison, and then I don't want to spoil absolutely anything about it. It's what he did to try to prove his innocence. It's so good. You got to do the audio. I don't know if all y'all do the audiobooks, but if you find great voice talent, some books just are perfect when they're read. And this one was good. It's called A Prisoner of Birth by Jeffrey Archer, Archer. And I actually found out when I looked up about him to see if he did any other books, he's done a lot, but he actually himself was imprisoned, and he's actually a baron now. And so it's just unbelievable. So I'm definitely going to peek into some more of that as something to read. So I did read that. I listened to that during Black History Month as well. But I hope to get some of these other books, and I have plenty of other things to talk to you guys about. But I hope you have a blessed day, and I will talk to you guys soon.